News with WHAT. What news? And this is DJ Allen, and we've also got Trisha Allen on the weather.
Um, it's nice and toasty under my electric blanket.
And we also have Bob on sports.
Sports suck.
News starts now. Hi.
Hi.
I love you, Bob.
Right back at you, bro.
Oh, I should take the time down so that I know when to stop us. Okay. Well, it's been a couple weeks, Bob.
It has. Yeah.
Did you miss us?
Of course. Yeah, last weekend we went camping last weekend. Halloween camping. Is that apple pie?
It's a green jar with orange Kool-Aid in it.
Apple pie is much better. Just saying.
No, I don't like apples.
Oh. So you probably would totally hate that then.
I probably would.
It's very appley. Much like a tree that grows apples.
I do enjoy poontang pie.
You don't want to see that tree. That's
not on camera. Actually, we would get some pretty big hits if we did that, though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
So what did you guys do last weekend?
Each other. No, I'm kidding.
Other people. Blah,
yeah. Oh, wait, last weekend? What did we do? What did we do last weekend?
I mean, I know you guys were both really sad that I wasn't on the show, but did you guys still have a show?
No, we did not.
No, we came back to North Dakota. Went to my parents' house, spent a few days. It was their birthdays. Both of theirs.
Wow.
Because their
Is that the
birthday,
same day or just like...
the 4th and the 5th. So it's my mom's on the 4th and my dad's on the 5th.
Every year, Bob. I know it's really odd, but it happens every year.
Wow. My birthday's on the 5th of November, and my sister-in-law's is on the 4th. Do you have the questions and answers up?
I do. Is someone on?
Yes, we were just... somebody's named Tyler Swift just said hi. So, hello. Or Taylor
That's
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like the musician? Hi, Taylor?
So, you have your count. Is it showing that we have a viewer? I mean, other than the fact that we have a question.
It is now showing we have a viewer. It was not before.
Cool. It's weird that you guys are the ones moving, and yet I look like the one who has stuff to unpack.
Yes. Well, our house is actually pretty empty at the moment.
We've been doing a lot of selling this last week. Instead of having a rummage sale where I have to put everything out on my front lawn or something, I've just been listing stuff on Facebook, and people come to buy it.
Good thinking. Yeah, I've seen lots of stuff that you guys posted. Like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that. But I can't come to your house. If I can come to your house, can you imagine what it'd be like for me to go there and be like, yeah, I saw you were selling this thing, and then give you money and leave? It would be like, what the hell?
That would be the most expensive $5 something that you saw online ever.
Yeah, it's like, look, check out the deal I got on this. It only took me 2 days, and
There is something I could send you.
The Book of Nod. Ooh.
And the Erices fragments.
I don't know what that one is.
It's like a follow-up to the Book of Nod.
Wow. The Book of Nod, for anybody who doesn't know, is the story of the Cain becoming a vampire.
Yes.
And the Vampire Chronicle role-playing game.
Vampire the Masquerade.
That's what I said. Shh. No one knows.
Yeah. As you see, I am again on my laptop so that I can move around. Woo! Because I'm selling that. which is what I was broadcasting on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you getting a better one?
My laptop is all that I've got. Is all that I'm using. It'll be the only thing I have, Bob.
Wow, that's sad.
No, sad is realizing I don't have my phone on me. Oh, there it is. I found it.
I was gonna let you use mine.
I have all kinds of stuff with me.
Yeah.
My Electro Onyx.
Well, the reason I was looking for my phone is because I thought that we'd start off with a good old Mad Libs.
It's a good thing to start out with.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm level 6 now in Ingress.
Ooh.
I told you guys that.
I'm level 9, on the cusp of being level 10.
How many levels are there now?
16.
16. I hit level 10 while we were in Portland.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Have you seen the new missions tab
No.
in Ingress?
I do not even think I finished the old missions because I started doing them and it got to the point where it's like, it's weird because I started playing the game and then the missions are like, for this mission you have to do this. And you're like, well, I just did that, but because I didn't do it in mission mode. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't done many of the missions.
I think what you might be referring to is more of the tutorial.
That might have been.
Missions are brand new.
Yes.
And they came out for Android phones, I suppose, a few weeks ago, and they just came out for the iPhones yesterday. So, like for example, the only mission that we can find in our area to do is up at our Capitol grounds, and we have, I mean, that's where we've got a ton of portals within a very small walking distance. And basically, the mission is to start at one portal and hack them in a certain order.
Huh.
And then once, well, I can show you here. Once you get through the mission and you complete it successfully, then it shows up in your little log right down here. Oops. Ooh, that way. So, like where your badges are, it shows it at the bottom of the screen that you completed a mission.
Nice.
Yeah.
No stinking badges.
So.
Yeah. Who wants to go first, by the way?
Oh, can I?
Yes.
What were we doing? Oh, we were Mad Living, weren't we?
Mad Living. Now, of course, by our rules, this says person in room female, but because we've done that, you can choose any female ever.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Yes.
Then I will defer the next one to my wife, which is an adverb.
Quickly.
Quickly. Whoops, I should spell that correctly. Ooh, I need to come up with a plural noun. Farts. Bob, I need an adjective.
Green.
Green. Trisha, how about a plural occupation?
The first time we've had that.
Yes.
Sheep herders.
Sheep herders. I need to come up with an adjective, and I'm going to go with ornate. You need to come up with an adjective, Bob. I don't know how to spell that.
Let's go with cold.
Cold. Trisha, adjective?
Slowly.
Slowly. Wow, I have to come up with an adjective. How about stinky? Bob, you have to come up with an adjective. I don't think there's any other things in here. There's just adjective. I know.
Harsh. Harshly.
Harshly. Trisha, a plural noun.
You're plural noun.
Yeah, plural noun. Cat.
Cats. Ooh, I need to choose another occupation, plural, and I'm going to choose bodybuilders. Wait, bodybuilding. Oops. Wait, no, bodybuilders has to be it. Article of clothing, plural, Bob.
Toque.
Pachook?
Toque. Those, like, Canadian hats with the flaps on the side.
Okay, so toques.
They actually refer to all of their winter hats as toques. But I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, when do you get to use that word? Seriously.
Right.
Only when you have a friend from Canada.
Trisha, animal, plural.
Bunnies.
Bunnies. Oh, and that's it. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Masterpiece Theater. To be read by Betty White. No story ever told seems to quickly capture the hearts and farts of green readers as the legend of King Arthur and the sheepherders of the ornate table. If we choose to believe the Arthur legend and go along with the story that his cold king removed from a slowly stone and the stinky sword called Excalibur, we are giving ourselves permission to enjoy this evening's performance. So without further ado, let us visit the kingdom of Camelot, where harshly knights perform heroic cats, rescue bodybuilders in distress, in toques of armor, and ride off on majestic bunnies in search of adventure.
Wow. Armored toques.
Armored in toques of armor, yes.
Those poor bodybuilders. The huge guys in a tower. Help me! Help me! Their hearts and farts.
Yes, hearts and farts. So, you did something interesting last weekend.
Me? Yeah, I did. We went to Halloween camping. We do that every year. I like Halloween. Halloween's totally awesome. It allows you to dress all crazy and do things that you normally wouldn't do. We like dressing crazy. So, what I had, it was really, really cold. In fact, it snowed while we were out there. Has it snowed where you guys are yet?
No, thank God.
And it wasn't like snow. My dad says, it's snowing. I go, no, it's not. No, that's rain. He's like, look at the chair. And I'll be damned if there wasn't snowflakes, not like those little round frozen things, but the actual flakes on the chair. It didn't last long, but I count it. Not enough to make a fort with, but I totally count it. So that was cool. We do that every year.
I just splashed hot coffee in my eye.
Well, that's not how you drink it.
No.
You're doing it wrong.
I know I am. I'm a failure.
That's how you get it to wake you up in the morning.
That'd be a good way of waking up somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Better than putting their hand in warm water.
Yeah.
So does Halloween camping is it just called that, or is there a reason it's Halloween camping?
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's what they do is it's the first 2 weekends in October every year, and you can go to either one or both, whatever. And it's called that because it's got the Halloween theme thing happening. Everybody, you got the there's trick or treating, the Halloween costume parade, judging on the best Halloween costumes. They decorate the campsites, and then they have a judging on those. There's a haunted hayride, so they like ride through the woods in this big old tractor pulling a couple huge carts, and they have like people jumping on at you, which has been getting very lame the last few years. I think it's because it's so damn cold out there. Then at the end of the hayride, they've got a barn where they got that all like done up with little rooms of haunted things. And then we usually go back and have a big old pot of chili sitting there waiting for us when we get back, and it's fun though.
I think that you should host one of those sometime, Bob, and have dismembered body parts lying all over the place, and really show them what the Halloween camping should be like.
See, and I had some great ideas for that. Like one thing that I think would be a great idea. Check it out. These big wagons that we're on. What if you have two of those out there, laying on their sides with these stuffed clothing, making it look like there's body parts towards these are the last guys who came through. All right, they have things that are on fire and bloody, just things, but it would be the thing that you're on right now, out there, all fucked up. See, that would be a cool thing, and then just stuff like that. One of the cool haunted things that I had seen was an elevator that it's supposed to feel like this elevator is falling. I wasn't on it, but I heard about this. This just sounds really cool. To where it's you go in there and it has the feel to it, like it's falling. But none of the haunted stuff, you always know that you're not in danger, that nothing's going to hurt you here. So you make it look like you're in danger. You have one person on the ride who's part of the show, to where somebody pulls him off and stabs at him, and wait a minute, that guy was just with us, and now he just got something to make you think that even though you're not in danger, something to make you think, wait a minute, that could have been me. What the hell?
Have it a little bit more interactive.
Yeah. And even though that's totally separate, just like having the cart out there outside with all the burning stuff and bloody bodies, it's still, wait a minute, that's what we're on. Or wait a minute, this guy was just on here, and it could be something like they're wearing a glow necklace or something, and that's their cue, is it's the guy on the back of this cart, or wearing the glow necklace, and he's the guy. So when you're done, he gets on the next ride, and you keep doing it. Just I don't know. I think that you need to have something in there to make people think that I'm personally in danger, that something could happen to me. That's the way that.
Or what if they had like the guy on the cart, for example, and he all of a sudden whispers to the couple people around him, "Did you hear that? Out in the woods." And he jumps off and he runs off into behind a tree and then starts screaming like he's gotten attacked.
Yeah. Just something to make the people feel part of it instead of watching a movie. Being there.
How about the thing that you said at the barn or whatever at the end that you go through?
Mm-hmm.
Is that more interactive or not there either?
No, not so much. There's people right there, but it's still the same sort of walking through this little, and they're individual rooms, usually 8 or 9 rooms, and then when you get to the end, you put on a piece of paper which room you thought was the best, and they win something. So anybody can can do this, and the fewer people that they have, the longer the hallways are between them, but anybody can do it.
We have a haunted fort that we went through last year. And it's at, what is it, is it just called Fort Mandan? Or it's Fort Lincoln?
Fort Lincoln.
Fort Lincoln, okay. So
I should be wearing that hat because it's kind of cool up here.
So you go to Fort Lincoln and you can go through this old house out there. And it's got, people all dressed up and part of the operation and everything. But when you go through, they have the barracks out back that you also go through that sounds like that barn that you kind of walk through.
Yeah.
They have people wandering all around it and following you and, jumping out at you. And they warn you beforehand. They're like, these people are not going to touch you, so don't eat them.
and that's always kind of the thing, though. It's kind of a scare saying that I think it would be scarier for the people who are doing this, thinking that they're going to get hurt by these people just being jackasses, than it would be the people, because they know no one's going to touch me.
Uh-huh.
So just making it a little more interactive type of a thing would be great, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. When we went through the haunted fort, the fun part was that the group that we were with, I was nominated to go first because I was the big guy, and what we learned is that the guy that goes first, they know that that's the one that really isn't scared of anything, so they're not going to bother him at all. So I never got bothered at all. And the girls who wanted to wait in the back were the ones being followed by the crazy chainsaw guy. There was one guy that was like, he kept walking along with us. It was really creepy. Yeah, it was. If we get a chance to go back out there, I'm definitely going to go in front of the group because I know that that's where I want to be.
Something that would freak people out, and it's simple, let them scare themselves. I mean, where if you have the walls there, just a little bit back from the walls, put a mirror in, and then something in front of it to make the image fuzzy, to where you can't tell what it is. And you guys like, there's somebody over here. They'll just keep thinking, there's somebody over here. They're not doing anything. I know they're going to do something. And they don't, because it's them. They're just like, let people mess with their own minds.
But I like messing with other people's minds.
I know, right? Yeah. So I mean, I totally dig the Halloween thing. In fact, I met somebody yesterday. This is kind of cool. He used to be a paranormal investigator.
I was about to say, you met somebody yesterday, Bob. You're married.
Yeah, Bob.
So, okay, all right, we're better now. Okay,
Right.
paranormal investigator.
Yeah, it's like the boy had a friend come over. So yesterday, he's going to do some stuff with us. So I went over there, met his dad. He's got pictures on the wall of stuff he picked up on film. He's got like these framed pictures, and apparently the hotel that you can see in front of the house here, you can see a hotel down here, and they said before that that's haunted. I've heard quite a few stories about this place being haunted. The Barbie Hotel. Now, I saw a van in front of that hotel here a few months back. It was one of those ghost hunter type shows. So, sometime in November, the hotel right here is going to be on TV while they're doing their paranormal investigations. It's like, that's cool.
Cool.
It wasn't the Taps people, was it? It wasn't
It
Ghost
wasn't the Taps. It was just some sort of, I don't remember the show, but it wasn't them. I can't think of what show they said it was, nor the day that it was going to be on, but I don't want to miss this because it's right here. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been around this stuff all my life. There's a kid who shows up on our balcony every night. There's just stuff that I've been around forever. Every place that I've worked and every place that I've lived, all my family, it's like, we've got stories for every single place because we've been around this shit forever. But I want to go to a place that's considered to be, we had scheduled to go to the Mansfield Reformatory. That's in Ohio. It's supposed to be considered one of the hauntedest places in the country.
Isn't that the one where Jack Nicholson?
That was the prison that they filmed the Shawshank Redemption in.
Oh, okay. Because there was either that one or the one where they filmed The Shining, and I never remember where that one's at either.
Yeah, I don't know where that one's at. That'd be a cool place to check out just because of that movie. Is that place supposed to be haunted?
Yes.
Nice.
We did a walking ghost tour while we were in Portland. I think it was after we talked to you, I think. It wasn't half as interesting as it could have been.
It was basically the tour guide telling us stories as we walked around downtown Portland.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we did one like that in South Carolina.
We did an actual paranormal investigation last Halloween here in town. So it was not personally, although they think that DJ got a picture of a face.
What it really was, and I say this because I've looked at it long enough to where this is what I figure it is. It's a piece of dust that happened to fly in front of my flash at just the right time, and there was a shadow on it at just the right angle to make it look like a face. But you can tell that it's perfectly round, and that if you really look hard, the eyes aren't split. It's one shadow. And then the bottom shadow, I think, is the start of another dust thing popping up in front of it. But I mean, on instant, the real quick one, it looks like a face. But if you analyze it at all, it falls immediately apart. But they all thought that I had found this face, and oh, it was so awesome. And yeah, the longer you look at it, you're like, I don't think so.
I've got lots of pictures that have the orbs. Just the big, different sized, circly things, and I don't know what they are, but they're in pictures all the time, and some people say it's just dust in the air or whatever, and I don't know what it is, but it's definitely, I'm not taking anything out saying, well, it's not this, because I don't know. I like the stuff. I like being around it. I got a whole filing cabinet here full of like books on magics and supernaturally stuff, and
we would have done the ghost tour investigation again this year, but it's happening on a Friday night, and it's from like 9 to midnight or 9 to 1 a.m. And so DJ works Saturday, so that throws it out. Last year they did it 2 different nights, so we were able to do that on a Saturday night.
cool.
Something's different.
Yeah.
Your house turned sideways.
Yeah.
Just one floor of it.
It's transdimensional.
It dresses like a woman.
That would be transdimensional. Hey, did you know that I contain 75% more juice?
I've heard that. Did you know I rock?
You do. And this episode is brought to you by the letter T. Oh.
And the number? Cabbage. I asked my wife yesterday, I go, she said something about how crazy I was. And I go like, how crazy am I, really? On a scale from 1 to potato.
Did she say potato? Because that's what I would have said.
I don't remember what she said.
Actually, I would say sweet potato to add a... Because it's got the adjective sweet in it.
Yeah. Oh my god. I've seen something online, it's like, oh, wait, what was... Huh?
It's time for another Mad Lib.
Oh, okay. It was a offensive thing. It was made to be offensive. There was like 2 of them that were hilarious, and they were both like, a religious thing. And one of them was the Mother Mary with the baby, and somebody was squeezing syrup all over the baby. And the caption was "Sweet Baby Jesus." That's awesome. The other one's even more offensiver than that, which I like using a word offensiver. It was 2 Jesuses that were going at it, and I said, Jesus fucking Christ.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know that was a little too far, but it's still funny. Did you find one yet?
I did. And it even goes into with our introduction theme. But okay. Bob started last time. Let's start with Trisha. Adjective, Trisha.
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. I'm going to go, and I need to choose an adjective, and I am going to choose... spicy. Bob, first name of a female.
Betty. No, I used Betty White last time. That's why I'm thinking it this time. Let's go with Sue.
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 That's also a verb, by the way.
Oh, it is.
Trisha, plural noun.
Water bottles.
Water bottles. And I have to type a number, and I'm going to go with 42.
Yeah.
Bob, adverb.
Purposeful is purposely.
Purposely.
Yes.
Trisha, adjective.
Forcefully.
Forcefully. Whoops.
I got that movie.
I need an adjective, and I am going to choose intergalactic.
That's awesome.
Bob, noun.
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
An intergalactic Pikachu.
Yeah. Plural
Okay.
noun, Trisha.
Let's see. Plural noun. Trees.
I needed plural noun also, and I'm going to go with transgenders. Bob, I need a verb ending in ing.
Oh, snorkeling.
Snorkeling. Trisha, I need a plural noun.
She's all like, get it yourself.
Alarm clocks.
Alarm
Wait,
clocks.
you're not a Wookiee?
No, I'm not. I really am not.
Hmm.
I know.
Good news. I need a noun, and I'm going to choose starship. Bob, I need another verb ending in ing.
Oh. Hunting.
Hunting. Trisha, noun.
Moose.
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 I need a noun, and I'm going to go with ghost chili. Bob, I need a plural noun.
Demons.
Demons. Trisha, I need a noun, and I think this is the last one.
You know, demons make the best hot cocoa.
They do.
Marshmallow. Since you said hot cocoa.
Marshmallow. Oh, I do. I get to choose a noun, and then that's the last one. And I'm gonna go with bulldozer.
That's totally what I would have said.
I know. That's why I went with it.
Cthulhu. Did I show you my Cthulhu dice?
No, you didn't.
I have a massively huge Mongus Cthulhu dice.
I'm seeing that.
Wow.
All right. We interrupt this fuzzy broadcast to bring you a spicy news bulletin. Hurricane Sue, with gusting water bottles clocked at 42 miles an hour, is hammering the purposely populated Florida coast. This forcefully storm has intergalactic devastation in its wake. The National Pikachu Bureau reports that Miami windows have been blown out out of 50 high-rise trees, showering the streets below with pieces of broken transgenders. The howling winds have reduced a newly built snorkeling center to alarm clocks. Police report a 7-ton railroad starship was lifted off its track and sent hunting into a 3-story moose. Fortunately, there have been no casualties. Nevertheless, the governor has declared a ghost chili of emergency and advised all demons to seek safety in a marshmallow shelter. And now back to your bulldozer in progress.
Wow. Yeah, no one's been hurt except for all these pieces of transgender drop depression. They don't count.
That poor 3-story moose.
I
Oh,
know. Not be a casualty.
At least we're all safely back to our bulldozers.
It's a ghost chili of emergency.
Bureau of Pikachu.
National Pikachu Bureau.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We didn't see it while we were in Portland, but we must have driven by it because we hacked a portal for the Lovecraft bar. So there's a Lovecraft-themed bar in Portland.
That's cool. That tells me right there that you know who Cthulhu is.
Yeah.
Yeah, to bring that up after that, that's awesome.
Right, that's exactly why I told you, is because that made me think about that bar.
That's pretty cool. I am listening to a H.P. Lovecraft literary podcast where they
HP
talk about,
Podcraft?
it's a podcraft, yes.
I love those guys.
Those are pretty cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Where they're going over these stories, and it's like, man, this guy, he came up with some good stuff. He was like poish. The thing that I think that was so awesome about that guy was the fact that he made his stuff and said, "Here, world, take it. Do what you want with it." That was awesome. You know, that's like there's been a few people who have done things like the guy who invented the polio virus. Polio, whatever. Or not the virus, but
The
polio
Vaccine. Yes.
Yeah. He created his vaccine and he gave it to the world because the world needed it.
Like, rather than licensing it and making $1 billion off of it.
Yeah. In today's terms, that thing that he gave to the world would have been worth billions of dollars, and he gave it to the world. And Lovecraft, who by far outweighs polio vaccine, gave like his works to the world and said, "Hey, if you want to do something with my people, here it is. Write your stories."
Yeah. Oh.
What? What?
Oh, my lower third didn't work. It's too long.
There's also a place in Portland that we didn't get to, but again, we hacked the portal apparently, for a place called the TARDIS Room. And it's a guy who started like a little restaurant and bar that's all Doctor Who themed.
I totally want like there's like all the food is named after stuff like Dalek Burger and stuff like that.
That's cool. That's really cool. I would like to go into there and have it be like that bar right at the very end that the hell was that David the what the hell was his name? The doctor
with
David,
yeah.
Right before he changed to Matt, he went into this bar, and
Captain Jack was in it.
Yes, that bar right there. It just kind of reminds me of the Mos Eisley of the Doctor Who world, where it had all these different aliens in there. All the aliens from like all the Doctor Who shows were kind of like in this bar. It was great. That'd be cool. That little fat guy and like this the.
I just mentally came up with Freiburg. Men.
Freiburg.
You could have a Dalek burger with a side of Freiberman.
Nice. The jalapeno sandwich. No, that'd just be the weeping assholes.
Jalapeno sandwich. Yeah. That's awesome.
All kinds of things out there to explore forever and ever.
Yes.
Like, I hear there's even an ocean.
What?
Yeah, right? There's an ocean out there somewhere. If you just keep driving, you hit it, I guess.
Someone's never seen one ocean, and I've seen I think that I've only seen 2, but I might have. I keep saying 3, but the more I think about it, I'm wondering if I did see the third one.
I might have just seen one of the other 2 twice. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was in like we went to Japan, Puerto Rico, and
Well, if you walked around Okinawa, you did see the Pacific Ocean, and you could be thrown into the Atlantic from Puerto Rico, where we were at. So I think that you've seen 2, Bob.
hmm.
Yeah.
They say that there are massive oceans underground that are bigger than the oceans that are above ground. I've heard this recently on there's a scientific pagey thing that I was looking at that was saying that there's massive underground oceans.
I would wonder where the elves and unicorns are then hanging out if there's so many oceans underground.
Speaking of unicorns,
What about the bicorn?
I have heard of people saying, and I'm going to bring up something that we don't normally talk about.
Uh-oh.
Biblically speaking, there cannot be aliens because aliens aren't talked about in the Bible. Therefore, they cannot exist. And yet, unicorns were brought up 3 times in the Bible. And yet, they're unicorns.
A unicorn is the Scottish national animal.
I seen that. It is a really, really fat rhino.
Yes. In fact, I want that to be my pro wrestling name, Fat Rhino.
I know.
I'll wear a mask with a thing sticking off my nose. Actually, that shouldn't be my wrestling name. I still like the other guy. But my finishing move will be called the Fat Rhino.
Nice. That can go horribly wrong. Imagine
Fat Rhino. Fat Rhino. Fat Rhino.
You know what I was today is that the superhero thing. I was talking about superheroes today, and I saw Batman was on TV. And it's like, when Batman first came out, he didn't say, "Okay, guys, hey, I'm Batman." No, he was doing his thing, and what would suck is that you're given your nickname by the people that are out there. So you're like, man, I'm gonna be a Bat guy, a guy who's like, he's Bat. I'm gonna come up with his name, Batman. And I'm gonna do all this stuff and this stuff and this stuff. And here it is on the news, the Cape guy or some crazy like. That's what they'll call you because that's like what they dubbed you in the beginning. The guy with the cape. He's like, but I got horns. I got like, look at me. I'm a bat. You got a cape. Cape guy. To come up with your own name, you would have to like hire media to write your name for you.
You'd have to have some sort of a campaign put out to the public to advertise your your superhero name.
Now, if
you'd have to have those planted people in the crowd. Be like, okay, I'm gonna go out today and I'm gonna, save this person from this building that's getting torn down that got trapped inside. And so when the crowd gathers, you guys get out there and like be, hey, look, it's Batman saving this guy. And
yeah, I heard it was Batman again. It's like a bat, right? Yeah. Or your alter ego can be working at a newspaper, so that almost like the Spider-Man thing, to where you can write the headlines.
Well, in Iron Man, towards the end of the Iron Man show, he's reading the newspaper and he's like, Iron Man. Well, that's not really accurate. It's more like titanium alloy, whatever, man. But I suppose Iron Man works. So he lucked out, but he could have just as easily been Captain Shiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Sparkles, the suit-wearing armored Avenger.
It's like he's dressed up in a giant pot, and pot guy just gives the wrong kind of, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm here to save the day,
Let's
dude.
go catch some bad guys and take their donuts.
Thank you, pot guy. How can we ever repay you? Are those chips? I'll take those, man. I'll take those chips.
Those are bad for you.
Hey, are you going to eat that taco? Because I'll totally save you if you give me the taco, man.
Yeah. I mean, the Hulk, you mean to tell me he came up, no one's going to come up with the Hulk. They'd say the green guy or monster, I don't know. But they wouldn't come up with the Hulk. But it's not a bad name. He didn't come up with it.
Well, what if his first transformation was he ripped off all of his clothes, and they then after referred to him as the big green schlong?
Yeah. Yeah. Or hey, look, it's the dork.
Look up at the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. You people are stupid. That doesn't look like a bird or a plane. That's obviously the pink leotard. You're calling him the pink leotard? Yeah, what are you going to call him? Superman? He hasn't done anything.
There was a...
You think he's a bird or a plane?
yeah.
You get to name him. Bird Plane Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bird. That's why it just flew so fast and grabbed that plane and took it over. Yeah. You watch Big Bang Theory?
No, because CBS doesn't let their shows go on anywhere for free, like Hulu or Netflix.
Oh.
We would.
The one guy.
We
Going
did
into
when
space.
we were years ago.
Yeah, cable.
He knows that astronauts give nicknames, so his idea was to have Rocket Man play on his phone while he's in this Skype-type call with one of the astronauts to get the name Rocket Man. That's what he wants to be his nickname. So, he's trying for it, and so he comes on and goes, oh, yeah, Rocket Man, that's just what my friends call me. And then his, mom yells from downstairs, Howard, your Fruit Loops are done. Your Fruit Loops are ready, or something like that. So you're like, all right, well, I'll talk to you later, Fruit Loops, and that became his nickname, not the Rocket Man. But yeah, I mean, when you think of becoming a superhero, you're going to think first your name. Well, your name and your costume are going to be your main things you're going to think about. But you don't give yourself your own name.
Right. So the costume I can put more time into. So the string bikini and cape and bandana with eye holes cut out of it will be my costume. And I said, yes, I did say bikini because I don't want my nipples showing while I'm saving people's lives.
I was just wondering why you wanted a cape. They can get caught on things. No capes.
No capes.
Yeah, I didn't question that part, dude. I was wondering about capes. That's just, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Hey, it's your costume, though.
And it could be a tripping hazard. I mean...
It could be. I suppose maybe instead of a bikini, I should wear some... Because I want something to flow in the wind. And I guess maybe see-through MC Hammer pants would work, too.
Wow. Oh, bubble wrap.
Okay.
Bubble wrap would be a good costume.
Captain Bubble Wrap!
What do you do? I save drowning victims.
Or I could get promoted, and I could... Well, actually, there's so many captain superheroes. I want to be a major. I want to be Major Asshole. So I would save you, and then I would push you to the ground.
Private parts.
General annoying. Generally annoying.
General nuisance.
General nuisance.
The Hello Kitty.
No, generality.
Nice. Nice. Man, that would suck. Dude, okay, this thought just occurred to me. If you are drowning and there all of a sudden there's this thing of bubble wrap and it's saving your life, dude, you're gonna die. You're just holding on for dear life. You're like, pop, Pop, pop. It's like, I hope they find me quick. Pop.
How can you resist?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, you will die. It's just a matter of time.
Right.
I've got all the food and all the
how you
water
stay
that I
off
need. This boat's going down.
The popping not only entertains you, but it also scares off the sharks.
Ooh, yeah. Now when somebody says, like, you're lucky we found you when you did. You were so stupid. You're like, I wasn't eaten by sharks, jackass.
I'm not the one wearing that horrible pink life vest. I got bubble wrap.
You were popping the shark. Yeah, it kept the bears away, didn't it? You're in the middle of the ocean. No bears.
Bears versus sharks. It's a great movie idea.
I told my wife many times, she'd always bitches like, why do you eat so much garlic? I'm keeping the vampires away. You're welcome.
I get gassy when I eat garlic, and so I keep other things away.
Everything away.
Everything. Keep cancer away with your ass gas.
Yes, with my ass gas.
So we played Amgard again yesterday. We brought some friends so that it was a Amgard, again, for anybody who cares, is that game where we go out there with the foam weapons and we beat the hell out of each other. It's fun, it's nerdy, and I totally dig it because it's fun and it's nerdy. I'm a total geek. After we got done with that, we went over and played Dungeons & Dragons. That's what I do. It was great. We got new people playing. Proud corrupter of America's youth.
It's, well, what was it, youth, or were they old people?
They were the same age as the kid, who's 14. So.
Well, the fact that they're hanging out with you guys and having fun, I don't think that's really corruption.
It can be. It depends on what we get them to do. I'm working on it. So, yeah, they seem to like. They think that I'm like the coolest guy around. They actually said, he's like the coolest guy around, which is a little weird.
If only they knew.
I know, right? He's okay.
That's what your lower third should say. Bob is okay.
I was just gonna put something else.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll all fit.
Come on up, Isis.
Hmm?
Join us on the podcast.
You have to shut it off and turn it back on in order to make it work.
Yes. Okay, it happened. It's like the whole, if I was any cooler, I'd be cooler than I am right now. Oh, see? There it went.
I don't think mine's going to fit.
Jesus,
No. I got to change
That's
it.
what she said. What?
There we go. DJ Allen, what Willis was talking about.
That's cool.
And Trisha's still brought to you by the letter T.
Uh-huh. Because I'm busy.
Whatever.
And I'm not as creative.
Simon
That's right,
says,
you're not as cool.
Anything I say. That wouldn't fit. I was looking on there, it totally wouldn't fit.
Yeah, they need to do these all kinds of stuff. They need to be able to let me have 3 people on the screen at the same time, like you up here and me here and Trisha here, and we can have like a background going on. They need to have allow us to put longer things in because I wanted to put I'm what Willis was talking about, but I could only put what Willis was talking about. Yeah, it's very there's some quirks that they need to work out.
Yeah, definitely. See, it might fit this way. They fit.
Yeah, there you go.
What if the hokey pokey is what it's all about?
Only if you turn yourself around, Bob.
Intervention.
Is hokey pokey another name for intervention?
I guess.
We care, Bob. Now put your arm in, take your arm out. Put your arm back in, and shake it all about. Because
Wow.
we're here for the hokey pokey, Bob. Turn yourself around. That's what it's
You
all
gotta
about.
do it. Because we care.
Oh, I've got to pee. I've had 2 cups of coffee and a gigantic jar full of water.
Now, I would like to remind you that your camera is portable, and don't utilize that.
I did think about taking my. Well, I would have pointed it up so you couldn't see the thing.
Guess what I'm doing?
Sounds like you're peeing. I am. Surprise! No, I won't take you in there. We're almost done anyway. It's got like 3 minutes and the show's over.
That's sad.
It is sad.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun.
Yeah, well, that's what we do here is we have fun.
We do.
Except for Trish, she doesn't have fun. She sits and she crochets the whole time.
I'm using a loom to make a scarfliness. So it's like a camouflagey scarfliness. It has to be really, really long because I only use like the one side. It's only covers about this much.
Okay.
And so my neck's gonna be all exposed, so it has to be long enough to where it like wraps around all.
All kinds of times, yeah.
Yeah. The loom, though, I mean, here I am, a manly man.
Is that what you want to call yourself, a manly man?
Yeah, with manly man with tights.
I know where you got that from.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I totally like. I want to make something. I want to make stuff, and I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's out of wood. I don't care if it's like out of strings or, I make my chainmail stuff. Here's a black chainmail bracelet that I made. I want to make stuff. I want something to say, hey, I did that. So here's my chainmail bracelets that I make.
You're alone.
What if you, Bob? What if you made T-shirts that say, "Hey, I made this."
I made a T-shirt. Yeah.
He's a fuzzy kitty.
Who would look awesome wearing a black chainmail collar?
Right?
I don't think that chainmail and kitty claws would go together at all.
No, not so much.
No. But yeah, I want to make something. I don't care if it's like out of food or like whatever. I want to do stuff. Check this out. See that?
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to be a little more specific. According to this line right here, that ends at this line right here, it says that in my, I will lose all ambition in the late 30s, early 40s of my life, and I'll go through the moves of life as though it's a necessity, but really no passion about it. That's what that line means. Because it ends right there. You've got the people who, the further that line goes up, the longer your ambitions last. Whether it's all your life or to this line here, which would be like your retirement type age. But I have books on like this stuff.
So according to mine, it goes all the way up to the crook where my pinky finger meets the rest of the palm. So I'm.
Yeah, that's actually going to be what you do in your life. You're going to have you're going to be passionate about for a very, very long time. Me, my life is pretty much like I've got nothing left. I'm done. Now, these lines change throughout your life, and I always thought that these lines were just natural lines made by the way that you bend your hands. But no, these lines change throughout your life based on what's going on in your life. Crazy, right?
Yes.
Now, the other thing is that at the bottom here, that same line, when you follow that down, is when you started getting this about your life. So if it comes all the way down into your wrist, that means that you started out early in your life with the ambitions that you have. And it's, so
Well, I have a slight break in my line. It doesn't start right at my wrist. It starts underneath the meaty part of my hand. So it goes up to right about here. Is a distinct break, and then a second line goes all the way up.
which is a break in that particular aspect of your life. I have a break in this line here, a massive break over here in this line. The top, or no, the bottom one, top one. But yeah, it all means stuff. We talk about that some other time. But it's pretty amazing that I have a hard time not understanding things, but yes, we'll put it that way. That I have a hard time understanding a lot of things because I see, because of the fact that it forks on this side, too many options. That everyone else says, this is the way that it is, bam. And I'm saying, well, yeah, but if this is the way that it is, but it branches, but there's also this possibility and this possibility and this possibility, it slows down my thinking as I'm trying to analyze things around me.
Yes.
Oh, look, another overthinker.
I know, right?
It's true.
And
Okay.
unfortunately, I've always been accused younger in my life saying, like, why aren't you thinking? Think, man, think, man. It's like, I am. You don't understand. I'm thinking so much that it's slowing me down and getting in the way of things.
It's an hour, ladies and gentlemen.
You're an hour.
You're an hour. The reason I'm pointing this out is because I have to pee like a Russian racehorse.
I too have to pee and then go watch Dracula.
And well, I've been watching football, but I have to go through stuff so that we can move.
Huh.
We are going
All
to.
right.
Yeah. So, for the show, at least, I want to thank those 2, maybe 3 people that joined us at one point, and their hi viewer. We're actually going to get ready to go here because a lot of us have to pee. So we will be back next week.
In fact, viewers, now would be a great time for you to pee also.
Yeah. Let's have a pee fest. Pee Fest 2014 right after this show. So, Bob, we will see you next week.
Yes. The week after that, no. But next week, yes.
Okay. And Tricia, I will also see you very soon.
Yeah.
As soon as you come upstairs.
Yep. That would be when.
Very shortly.
All right.
All right. The show is now